Cassius Mutara here, hoping that everyone had a wonderful festive period and that everyone is looking forward to a splendid new year.
Dragon Wings is an improvised story. If you're a new listener, make sure to go back to episode 1.
Dragon Wings!
Second one's bullshit.
It's weird even like saying these words. It's been that long. Armed fire knives stand ready around their leaders, is where we last left our intrepid adventurers. The magician named X, and next to him is Osgerin's mum,
Jenny Beth.
Lady Jenny Bleth. What's the state of everybody right now? Osgerin just died.
I just died, and I'm cursed because I was resurrected by the altruism of little pluckers.
So your arms and legs are going to pop off.
Yeah, arms and legs are going to pop off at any minute. I'm not looking too healthy. I'm not looking too vital at the moment.
Jacob?
I can give you run for your money there, because I am actually unconscious, having been attacked by a giant dog. Which is a shame, because Jacob has always thought of himself as a dog person.
We're a cat guy now.
And Jacob, you've got your little helper as well.
It's true, yeah, got Eleanor along. Presumably she is distraught at the sight of me.
And is it disciple or helper, or is it like aid?
Oh, she's a disciple, I think.
Yeah, I don't
You
think...
don't want to be,
I don't like that idea.
Unrequited.
An unrequited disciple? Yes.
Is that it? Like a ward?
Does it like if Jesus had a stalker?
Can Jacob have a ward?
I'd say she's like a follower.
She's a grown woman now, isn't she?
Yes, she is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not a kid.
the former sun guard of the Manator who you managed through some just fantastic roles.
Just
Yeah.
converted.
Managed to convert her to your
Just
faith.
converted, yeah. She lost her faith.
A dice-based conversion.
Yeah, imagine feeling so strongly about this like zealotry that you're into. Just really good conversation over a few minutes can convert you completely to another god.
Although
And you're-
Cassius did etch the symbol into her shield.
Sure.
And armor,
Well,
right?
yeah,
That's-
team effort.
Exactly, yeah.
We did also deceive her somewhat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
That helps.
CGI involved for it.
Yeah, that
100%. Cassius, how are you?
Oh, how the tables have turned. I'm fine. Cassius is full health. Hibu just circling above. And weirdly, what Cassius has noticed within... while we've been within like this earthy tomb and cavernous, deep within Middle Earth, basically.
Someone's got a thesaurus.
The middle of the
Did
earth.
Middle Earth
Hang on.
mean it was subterranean? Same thing.
Subterranean.
We'll have a Tolkien estate all over us.
Cassius has noticed that his skin has started to turn a little bit, started to harden, go a little bit grey and crack a little bit.
Hello.
And he doesn't know why, but
Need to moisturise, mate.
he's starting to feel little bit
cocoa
extra,
butter.
Different based.
starting to feel a bit more powerful than he was before, but he doesn't know what's happened.
Look at this guy with the origin story. I feel the
welcome.
power coursing through me!
He stares wistfully as he remembers this time as a police detective in Baldur's Gate.
Episodes where we just stay inside his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first couple of hours of the game were just pure like, yeah, because like, you know, my wife's dead.
Wife's dead,
conversation.
but he's now like obviously clutching this the blade of Avernus, right?
Yeah.
And he can see through the billowing sheets of this cavern that the wizard X in front of him, right?
Yep.
That's wearing the
Put
necklace.
the gems in our hand, right?
Right.
Yep.
Would you still have that?
Damn you.
Could be how they found you right now because
I
they're
suspect it may be the case, yes.
right in front of you.
Fuckers.
So X, the wizard, his
Oh,
face
we're not
is
asking
just-
how I am. No.
No, nothing. Go on, nothing. Sorry, how are you?
I'm livid, otherwise well. Thank you.
Living otherwise well.
Yeah.
Is there's so much dynamic to nothing. She's always fucking angry.
Great.
Always quite close to stealing from
Yeah.
someone. or hurting
No
someone.
light and shade. Light and shade is for wimps.
Can we get a tail length check? Has it grown any?
I'd say... Oh, that's my alarm to tell me to,
Play D&D?
to go swimming.
Okay, right.
There we go.
go on
Let's
then.
just double check. That's off.
Go on then.
What's on there?
Okay.
Am I going to book some swimming? Okay.
Yes.
Talk amongst yourselves. No, I'm not going to book swimming, don't worry.
It's roleplay alarm.
Yeah, nothing loves swimming.
Does she?
Yeah, a little known fact.
The tail must be.
Does the tail help?
Time in the sewers. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
really
Like
good.
when you see a snake.
Yeah.
Through the...
Actually, it rotates like a propeller.
Nice.
It's like the snake with the balloon in Robin Hood.
That's going to be like the
Disney.
Niche
the
reference.
episode of Round the Twist where the kid's Willy does that.
I did not remember being a section of Round the
90s
Twist.
Kids TV, Round the Twist.
Was fucked up, yeah,
The
it was.
kid, the boy, the son, the youngest son,
And
makes a deal.
round the twist is like the Australian, like, have you ever?
Yeah.
Touch like this.
Yeah, you know, with the full
Things
frontal child nudity.
And the kid,
I mean, I've never.
boy makes a deal with some like fortune teller woman or something, and then because he wants to win the swimming races at school, and his Willy
I think you're
goes
just-
like a propeller, and that is like they're explicitly talking about the fact that he's got a motor Willy in
A
this
motor Willy.
kids TV
Oh,
show.
Are you
Jesus.
just reminiscing the pornographic video that you watched last night?
We'll cut that in post.
Oh, yeah.
Cut that in post.
You actually see the Wizard X, his crotch is like spinning around. And then you realise, that's right, this is set in the same universe as Round the Twist.
Nice.
He was the boy grown up. So, but you're okay, nothing.
I'm fine, yeah.
Okay, good.
But I'm
But
not fine, but I'm
X-
never fine, so it's fine.
Never fine, but like in the
Bait.
nothing sense.
Well, no, I'm quite annoyed. I'm quite
Base
annoyed.
state.
X is here, and he want to kill him.
Yes.
Brown state of just loathing.
Yeah, so I would say on the anger scale, I'm near the top, but I'm always angry. So in
How
that
does that
sense,
compare to normal though?
That's our secret.
or I'm doubly angry as I normally would be. I'd say. Yeah,
Is this a logarithmic scale or?
it's exponential.
So X, and you've seen him a couple of times before, I think, at this point, but he's got this sort of signature permanent sneer on his face, which he's doing right now. He's got a staff in one hand, and his other hand is holding now the crystal locket, which is very clearly at this distance. They're about 50 or 60 feet away. It's bearing the image of Cassius's daughter, locked in but he's just covered with this like glowing gem finery, as is the lady Jenny Bleth, Osgaren's mummy, who is holding a flask of presumably milk from the enormous body of the dragon, which is nearby.
Glass
Now
bottle
dead.
or plastic supermarket?
It is a plastic bottle.
Single use.
They've got plastic single use in this universe.
Like with the handle.
No, it's glass. It's like a big jug.
okay.
It's like a big beer jug.
Skim? Semi-skimmed?
Yes.
Okay,
Which we have on the table right now.
jump in on this. Any chance that
Someone wants a fight?
I telepathically speak to Hibu,
Yeah.
and he's going to swoop down and grab that locket out of X's hand and just fly back to me.
Nice.
All right. Hibu
Lovely.
begins to dive.
I think
all
it
of you-
begins to die.
Yeah,
Is that
no,
wow?
dive.
Have we got time to act? Do we see this or?
If you want to kind of basically reach for your gun, then we're going to go into initiative because,
Well-
believe it or not, this sort of small army in front of you is almost expecting this, I would say. And everybody is going to. We'll
Okay,
see.
this is Cass's
Yeah.
reaction, like heartfelt reaction.
Oh,
He
but no
doesn't
one's
think
seen
about
Hibu.
it.
You
Yeah.
know about Hibu. They don't know about Hibu.
But also, before we do this, and
Yes.
before we get into the inevitable fight where we all die,
Right.
can we just get a quick nug check and wing check?
Sure, of course. Got to see where we are.
Osgaren's got 2 nugs to hand.
Okay.
In each hand? Strapped to your chest.
They're in a
like
little
grenades.
bandolier.
In a bandolier, yeah.
Une nug pour moi.
Nice.
7. Jacob has 7 nugs.
Take them all now!
7 nugs.
You're the 1%. That's what you are.
I'm
Cassius
holding.
has 4 nugs.
And the nugs, as a reminder, they grow and harm.
Or my tail.
So a nug.
Their arms.
Nothing's tail.
A nug gives us +2 to hit and to damage, quad damage to undead, makes you glow.
No, that's
No,
the
that's-
wings.
Oh, that's the wings. So
nugs-
nug just makes your arm
Nugs is
30 feet, wasn't it, I think?
3d12. And then,
grow. Oh, plus strength,
Plus
unarmed,
strength,
and you
yeah.
get +2 to your strength checks. Yeah.
and the wings.
Have we got? I don't think we've got
I
any.
don't think we
have
got
any
any
wings.
because Pluckers is a
Pluckers is
withered.
Because you
It's demi-rip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, mate.
I didn't ask.
What
to
have you
get
done
exploded.
to help Pluckers thus far?
I'm glad you're not a Pete today.
I'm also.
Have you
quite
even said
nice.
thank you? Have you said thank you?
Can't hear anyway.
Who's got pluckers? Is it? I've looked at Harry automatically.
Well, no.
Well,
Conscious.
let's bear in mind, yeah, I haven't got shit.
So
I mean,
who's got-
I'm recumbent.
So who's got pluckers?
Pluckers is
She's in the
just
back of the wagon,
All right.
where
Cabbage.
I set her down. I did. I set her down.
Pluckers, aka
midst of
Venom
combat.
Wing.
Yeah, I like that we're still calling Pluckers, even though we now know that Pluckers is Ven,
Yeah.
right?
Then is
Yeah.
Pluckers' inner name? Current in Plucker. Current
The
in
fact that
Plucker
Plucker's
spawn.
spawn.
it's not like a true name that now we've said Venom 3 doesn't just turn back.
A bit like when
love that.
Jason turns into the Red Power
Benefit.
Ranger. You start calling him the Red Power Ranger, not Jason.
Tommy was the better Red Power Ranger.
Tommy was a Green Power Ranger.
No, Tommy was the red one, wasn't he?
No, Tommy was the Green.
Oh, I've embarrassed myself.
You've embarrassed yourself.
I've
And then he
embarrassed
became
Don't
a
worry,
White
you can
Power
edit it
Ranger.
out in post.
No, we can't.
Say green now.
myself. Yeah.
We'll all be quiet. You say green.
Tommy, the Green Power Ranger.
It's not Photoshop. We can't do this.
Lady Bleth, as you kind of rock up, and you can see there are about 50 fire knives. A couple of them are stood in front of the wizard and Jenny Bleth, knelt, so that they're kind of forming this little low barrier. All have got spears and swords drawn, ready.
Any
couple of bows.
range weapons?
Yeah, a couple of
pointing
bows
our
are
way?
drawn as well, all pointing towards you, ready. And Lady Bleth
Quite
says,
deadly, doesn't it, if we do anything there?
"Oh yeah." Lady Bleth says, "Good day. I believe you're looking for this, aren't you?" And she shakes the flask in her hand.
So annoying.
Quick history sidebar.
Yes.
Jenny Oscarin didn't have anything to do with Mum as he was growing up.
No, you were left in the
Left
pub.
in the pub, yeah, left in Cormier's, Alice's restaurant,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he only found out about this connection very, very recently. We're
yes.
talking on the order like hours or days?
Like days.
Days, right? It's still
Like
pretty
2 or 3
fresh.
days, I think, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, cool.
And there's some question over your father. Because the big reveal from Jenny Bleth was that, hi again, Merrick Tanan, but actually there is a chance
Got on my notes from
that your
8
boy
months
isn't your
ago.
boy. Yeah.
Merrig - dad question mark.
So you're not sure if dad is even dad.
He is to me though.
Bleth, however,
that's nice.
is your mum.
Yeah.
You know that. You
Confirmed.
knew that in your soul when you kind of saw her.
Cool. Sorry, go on.
I mean, that's what she says, and she just sort of has a single eyebrow cocked, waiting expectantly.
And then,
Hibu was just diving at this point.
but Hibby's silent. Silent out.
Hibu is currently plummeting through the air as this is going on, but not quite there yet. In fact, Jenny turns to yours, Garen. She thinks she sees you mumbling to yourself the history that she was my and she says, "Osgaren, son, why don't you come over here to Mummy Wummy with the herb mix?
I wrapped my tail around the back of his shirt.
Yeah.
Fucking move.
I quit, looking down in the wagon, seeing the unconscious body of Jacob, cast Spare the Dying on him and bring him stable.
Start casting the spells, yeah. Okay.
It's a cantrip, so it happens.
I like that specificity.
Touch, instant. You're welcome.
Done.
Thanks.
Brings them back up to 0.
Or to 1, doesn't it? Or is it 0?
Spare the
Stabilising.
Dying is unconscious but
Stabilising.
stable.
Yeah.
Shit, we don't know how to play. we don't know how to play anymore.
Been a long
Yeah,
time.
Don't know have any healing, but I don't know what that voice was, but
Jenny Bluff continues, "I'm willing to make the same offer to you all as I have once before. Why don't you join me? We can all be allies, you and I. All I need is your ingredients and information. Oh, and I promise you riches. Riches beyond your wildest dreamsy whimsy."
She's gonna fuck us.
The Wizard X kind of lets out a kind of chuckle to himself. He's staring pointedly at you, Cassius.
can't see me. I'm in the wagon.
He can see you
He's staring at
floating
where
around.
he thinks you might.
He's staring in that direction. He knows that she is your daughter in the crystal. Didn't know that before, but he did. I think
He's
the last time you saw
not paying
him.
any attention to nothing.
He don't give a shit about me.
Doesn't give a shit.
That's the worst bit.
You were a tool.
You're not
Yeah.
sure if he's even. Well, he did. He I think spoke to you directly before,
Yeah,
but he
did.
truly
when
isn't
we were
paying you
outside
any heed.
the burning building.
No heed at all.
So I think Cassius gets out of the wagon, slowly just takes a breath. He knows that Hibu's inbound.
Yes.
He's just looking at the radar. Boop. It's coming in hot.
The owl red.
And he just takes a moment behind the wagon, steps out, and he says, "Lady B, your proposal's great. Give me back my daughter. You know what I want. And then let's talk about the rest of the ingredients that we can offer each other."
Could you, Cassius, just roll a stealth check for Hibu?
Nice.
Does he get advantage? Because owls are famously really quite fucking stealthy.
It depends what it says. I think it's hearing and I think it's perception stuff it gets advantage on.
Hibu. Advantage on wisdom and sight. It has flyby, no opportunity attacks on it.
Just flipping a bit.
Cool.
So no. So just dexterity or stealth.
Which
I
one's
have a
better?
feeling that
Well, then
turnout
it's-
probably isn't that.
Stealth is a dex.
No.
Stealth is a dex-based check. So
Owing
15.
to the lack of
15?
vocal thumbs.
with a 15, the Wizard X speaks. And he says, "You know, I could snuff the owl out with a click of my fingers."
Fuck.
What owl?
Meanwhile, Lady Bleth, losing patience, says, "Enough of this. You will bow to our will."
How far away are they?
About 50, 60 feet.
Oh, not within extending hand.
If you took all of Jacob's
If you took, it's double, right? Like if you each one
Yeah.
just stacks.
She says, "What do you think you're going to do? You're surrounded." And at that, the Wizard X stamps his staff on the ground. The top of his staff glows brightly, and then revealed are another 200 or 300 more fire knives who are hiding in the shadows of the... It's kind of darkness all around you, but as the light expands, you can see another 200 or 300 eyes peering towards you.
Nothing makes like an audible growl with that.
And is that fully surround or is it... in
Completely surrounded.
We're absolutely fucked. So we're all still in the back of the van.
Well, are you? So nothing, you're in the back of the van.
I think we all are, aren't we?
Back of the wagon.
The van.
Back of the wagon.
We're in the
I've
Ford
just stepped
Transit.
out into the beside the van.
And
Yes.
where is they're looking? Where is the spice mix that they want?
They want ingredients.
We've all got our own little spice mixes.
Oh, I see.
They just want what's been added so far.
Yes.
Cool.
So he's unconscious. You're out. We're in the back. We're fucked. I don't know what we're gonna do. They surrounded us.
Looking to each other, Jenny Bleth cracks a smile and she says, "Take them!" And you hear 300 or 400 sets of feet take a step forwards. But then at that point...
Mum.
Go on.
But mum.
Yep.
I think I'm just gonna head out. And I held up my spice mix. I'm like, I'm sure we can make a deal. And I just start walking towards.
As you take a step as well towards, you all hear a call from the gloom. And it says, "Sur ta gauche," which is Orcish for on your left. 50 armoured half-orcs step into the light, led by a large male wearing an eye patch and a beret, and you recognise the unmistakable form of Snogug Lashat. And he says, "The friends of the wingmen are in trouble. Les orcs gloussants will answer." And all of the orcs give one. But there are only about 50 of them. But you can now see them in the gloom, and some of the soldiers, the fire knives, look over their shoulders.
And then at that, I just say to Hibu, "Take it." And
Take a shot.
Cassius eats a nugget and fucking grows an arm, huge arm, and just tries to punch out the nearest guards to surrounding the wagon.
Yes.
Has any fight scene ever started in the history of anything ever with a pop a nugget?
I'm gonna say maybe in Bollywood.
Yeah.
Sounds like a pretty Bollywood, and then the arm extends and yes.
Now it's not like a cracker. It's not like a flash of lightning. You know, you're going to pop the nug, and moments are going to have to go by for you to be able to get the effect of this. But as that happens, you hear maybe 150 or so arrows knocked and drawn, ready to act against you. But you do that. And the Wizard X, no longer smiling, holds up one of his hands and begins waving his hand around.
Nothing's unbelievable sense of self-preservation is prickling right now. I have absolutely no fucking idea how we get out of this.
As you say that out loud, a female voice calls from another direction. And she says, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend." And Sylvia Wingman appears.
What?
She's surrounded by uniformed mercenaries and wheeling the head of the chicken consortium, Jan Yakov Tinkelhammer, in a wheelchair.
Fuck!
And he points towards you, Cassius, and he says, "My thoughts exactly." And he clicks his fingers with one hand, and he puts something into his mouth with the other, as do his armed guards. And instead of just an arm, in fact, their arms and their legs grow some 15 to 20
Still
feet.
like a regular torso.
But still a regular torso. Tiny head, tiny torso, but with massive limbs. They will grow. And no friends to the Fire Knives. You know that they're not the same faction, in fact. Sylvia Wingman does not do this. But you see some of the Fire Knives kind of scatter a little. Jenny Bluff takes half a step back.
So basically it's going to be like a Royal Rumble.
So Jacob's initial impression of all these interesting things happening and this great gathering of people is somewhat limited by the fact that he's unconscious, having been bitten by a giant wolf. And he'd be thinking with his fighter's instincts that this moment has the feeling of a final confrontation about it.
We're so close. We've nearly got all the ingredients. Obviously, little Jenny B. Bleth has got the dragon's milk, but we've got loads of ingredients that she needs. But the crew is in a bit of a dire situation. I mean, Jacob's fucked. Pluckers is fucked. The only person who's relatively okay is Cassius. And that surprises him as much as the rest of the crew. And with that little bitch X by Jenny B's side, Cassius has his eyes on the prize, his daughter in that crystal. And if Yang Yakko Tinglehammer wants to join the party, then the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
That wizardy little shit. Anytime it all goes horribly wrong, he's there. I think she was quite glad not to have to milk the dragon, though. That sounded like quite an arduous task. And the devil's spice. We're nearly fucking there, mate. Uncharacteristically excited about that one. Overall, she's experiencing something close to being happy about something. I mean, it's not happiness, but it's sort of an analogue of happiness. It's the closest she's going to get.
The crew are so close to completing the Devil Spice, and as they're sat in the gloom, Osgaren's unsure what's worse, the fact that the dragon is dead, or the fact that Lady Bleth and her fire knives were clearly the ones that killed it. Lady Bleth, Osgaren's mum, that's all been put to one side of Osgaren's head for the time being, and mostly he's thinking, is this the final hurdle? Are we going to make it? And what on earth is that bastard, the Wizard X, doing? And what can we do to kill that guy?
I turn to
And what are you
nothing
guys
and I
doing?
say, look after Jacob, getting back on his feet.
Does he?
And then Cassius just looks at his newfound allies and just says, "Let's go."
You are still outnumbered something like 5 to 1.
Does Hebu get the locket? Because Hebu was going for the locket.
With the distraction of these.
Yeah.
And the wizard's now doing a little.
Oh, well, he knows that the Albert's there, 100%.
Okay. What's
the stealth check was failed.
What's he wearing?
The wizard?
Yeah.
He's wearing a lovely summer spread. He's wearing little shorts and braces.
Is he in like classical robe?
He is, needless to say, wearing a robe, yeah. He's wearing a nice long grey robe.
And he's got like a staff. Has he got wands? Has he got a little dagger? What's he?
He has a glowing staff which is casting light on the entire area. Is what he's doing at the moment. Just as a note as well, now that the light is shining more brightly, you can see that the warrens, the gloom, are made up more or less of kind of broken bits of... There were buildings here at one point. You can see sort of pillars and, bits of wall. It's not just a complete waste.
Much like a budget paintball arena does it look like?
They used to say a helicopter.
Yeah.
A damned helicopter. Yeah, 100%.
Cool. Right.
I've had an extremely chaotic idea,
Go on.
but I can't remember if we still have them. Does Harry still have the 4 beans in his pouch?
You'd have to say it.
I'm gonna frisk Harry.
Surreptitiously.
I'm gonna frisk Harry because we're in the thing together and look for the beans.
I do have them.
Harry's
I guess
I've
I'll
got
go.
3 left.
Harry is not unconscious.
Well, Harry's
sorry,
stable,
Jacob
right?
is not
I was
unconscious.
going to say, Harry doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Sorry. Whoa.
Can we speak to Harry?
Yeah. Jacob.
He's in there somewhere.
I'm just gonna survive and give you a cheeky healing word, which is a bonus action.
All right.
So I presume I'm just gonna do that. As a bonus boy?
We're not quite in action mode yet because we're going to have to see which actions start happening first. But you can certainly start to make the moves.
Yeah.
If you're doing it vocally, visibly, start doing
it's
it.
It's just verbal. I'm just like, hey bro, get up. Get up.
Okay, starts to happen.
Yeah.
Jan Jakob Tingelhammer, by the way, has continued speaking, and he looks to you, Jacob Marshall, and he says, "Thank you again to the Marshall family for their investment." And he kind of gives you a little.
Are you face down or face up?
I'm on my back, but yeah, obviously unconscious. Hopefully this man realises that. I saw a kindly word as if the man you're talking to is actually unconscious.
Right. And behind him, you spot the others spot a little familiar figure who is William Marshall. And he pops his head out and he says, "Jacob? Jacob is here? Where?
Has he popped a nugget as well?
He has not. He looks rather not combat ready. He looks rather pathetic and noble. And he goes, "But anyway, it was really, it wasn't so much me. It was Mummy and Daddy who paid for it." And then appear two rather stately looking
Oh God!
noble
Jesus,
folk.
everyone's coming in for this Royal Rumble.
Lord and Lady Marshall. And nothing, you recognise them.
Shit, they're here.
Well, you never forget your parents. It's been a while, but the couple who abandoned you all those years ago, unmistakable.
Sorry,
Tiefling babies are renowned for their good memory.
is nothing older than Jacob?
Yes.
Oh wait,
And-
sorry, go on.
So is nothing the whole eldest member of the family?
I don't know, but older than Jacob, or at the very least, Jacob doesn't remember.
And William's the youngest, right?
No, William's older than Jacob.
Oh, okay.
Jacob, you don't remember there being
No,
A
another
tiefling?
child whatsoever.
Sure.
I can't remember this. Like, tieflings can just be born, right? It's like that's the whole thing.
Yep.
Human parents, they can have a.
Yep.
Well,
a
this
very
is-
old Marshall made a deal with the devil sometime, and I'm
Right.
a little breakthrough.
They see you, nothing, and they don't seem to recognise you. Their eyes
direction
just
at the back of the
wash
mouth.
over you.
Fucking hell.
And instead, the man, Lord Marshall, nods towards the Wizard X and says, "Long time, Wizard."
Oh fuck.
And the wizard, they're very much, again, opposing sides, but,
This-
just nods once towards him.
She makes the Arthur fist from the meme so hard
This
that
is
her
a-
hand starts bleeding.
This web is so intertwined.
I mean-
who's fucked who? Whose mum is who?
In the
Like,
extensive
it's-
Dragon Wings fan community, they're going to be having some theories about what goes on in the DM's head.
Cassie's line is pure, so don't worry about it.
That we know of.
That we know of.
So what we've fucking got is wizard cunt. Ding 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 ding. Although it's not in game, so I don't know.
It's not
Definitely,
context. It's not
yeah.
context. Cunt.
No, you can.
Oh, context
It still
count.
counts. How many
still
gun
counts.
slots you got?
Same number as you, none, baby. So we've got old mate wizard
Yep.
Jenny Bleth
Yep.
ready to fight us. 300 people surrounding us.
Fire knives, yep.
Then we've got this lot with tiny heads and tiny bodies and big arms and legs.
The Chicken Consortium,
They
headed by Jan Jakob Tingelhammer.
and they're ready to fight us also. And then
Sylvia
we've
Wing.
No,
got
they're not fighting us. They're fighting with us.
They are.
with
They
us.
said Sylvia
Oh.
came in and said, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend," and they are very.
but we're also
pointedly-
her enemy.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why I was confused. I took
And
it to
then
be
the
one way.
orcs are with us as well.
Yeah.
But what's
There's orcs
my?
also.
I guess my question then is like, Sylvia Wingman, Jacob's arch enemy.
Yep.
Even amongst this fray, is she like edging towards the wagon with the unconscious body of Jacob, or is she focused on the army that's in front of her? Because everyone else has popped a nugget in her platoon.
Yep.
That's entered with her. But is she? What's her angle? Because she didn't pop a nugget, so is she just blades out?
She's
edging-
blazed out. Very powerful, she is, and she's casting around, clearly looking for somebody that she can't see at the moment. Very disinterested in everything else that's going on. It looks like you would hazard a guess that she's scanning for Jacob.
Fine.
But you heard her voice, Jacob. You know that she's there.
He's still
I'm
unconscious.
still out.
Can I put my healing off yet?
No, because simultaneously, as this is happening, almost immediately, you hear another voice, female, who says, "You aren't the only ones who can play the culinary arts Tingelhammer." And at that, Mistress Millifander appears with a retinue of the the Temple of Mother Clark.
And they're all coming out by
Armed guards.
portals behind us.
No, they're just appearing out of the gloom surrounding, because the whole area is just sort of darkness in all directions, but they're stepping out of it.
I have Devil's Sight now, which I can normally see in darkness, both magical and non-magical, up to a distance of 120 feet. So can I quickly scan around? Because this keeps happening. Can I see any other possibilities that are about to do this?
Do a perception check there, Cassius, as you cast around, like for
18.
18. I will tell you shortly. Mistress Millifander, as she's appeared though, looks to all of you and says, "Lovely to see you all made it, though you could do with some help." And she turns to one of her retinue, who's holding up this looks like a piece of fabric with a couple of sort of runes and circles emblazoned on it. And she places her hand to it and completes a ritual. And all of you feel health, energy, replenishment surge into your bodies. You feel utterly invigorated.
Like we've had a long rest.
Chicken?
Like you're fully rested.
Oh, very nice.
The chicken as well perks up.
Pluckers!
I
look back in the wagon and just see Pluckers' eyes go,
Yeah.
give her a little kiss.
And her wings
Yes!
pop back.
I wake up.
Am I still
Yeah! Woo woo woo!
Mad dog!
Mistress Millifander snaps her fingers at two of her attendants and says, "You eat the infernal lasagna, and you take the hummus deorum." One of the attendants scoffs something, and then fire starts to kind of emanate from the corners of his mouth. The other one sprouts angelic wings.
Oh, not the hummus diorum.
And takes a kind of heavy, beat of the wings and lifts off the ground by a couple of feet.
Telepathically,
Yes.
link to Hibbu and just say, change of target. Get the milk.
Ski!
changes target.
Is Hibbu going to be big enough to get the flask, the flagon?
Hey, never doubt Hibbu.
Yeah, I don't. I'm double checking.
Figure it out.
All right.
That's a great question that I wouldn't have asked, so let's say we'll find out.
Sweet.
Right?
At that, you see Cassius, other groups approaching. And another voice calls out as it gets close, familiar, and says, "Not so fast! That is sacrilege!" And you see the familiar image of brother... the two sun guards who you met outside of Elversalt. And they look rather ragged, as do the other dirty-looking sun guard who've come with them. This is Brother... Shit, what was his name? Brother Guidance. And Sister Shine Blessed, who were the first two sun guard that you encountered. They look furious, they look dirty, their armour looks like chipped and covered with blood and sort of blackened, flames and scorch marks. And then he notices all of you for the first time and says, "Well, well, well. The heathens who destroyed our flock. We prayed and journeyed to the holy site for answers, but a Minotaur truly shines on us this day for us to encounter you. You devils! And you!" And points at you in particular, Jacob. Now that you're sort of maybe sitting up in the wagon.
Yeah.
You're approaching from that direction.
And I shout, "Fuck off!" out the back of the wagon.
Puts a hand to his mouth.
Yeah, you fucking heard me. Fuck off. Stop it. Stop it. Fuckity fuck. Fuck off. No.
Yeah, I hop down from the wagon and just go, "Have you heard the word of Tyr?"
And then you hear a chorus of 50 or so people say, "Yes, we have!" And you see a group of reformed sun guards
Yes.
appear with hastily scrawled signs of Tyr on their chests, and with the scorch mark in their foreheads, also with like a Tyr sign written across it. They see you and they throw you a tea.
Overjoyed, I lift my hammer above my head and go, "To me, brothers and sisters!"
Your acolyte begins clapping. Yay!
I go, "Yay!"
Lady Bleth says, "Well, this is certainly quite the crowd we've amassed here. Surely there aren't any..." "Well, we've heard that there's a party to be found here!" And two very old men wearing like explorers' hats and backpacks step into view. And they say, "Oh, we should introduce ourselves. I'm Blatterby and this is Gaul."
Yes. Have you brought your automaton with you?
"Yes, quite right. We own a whole range of automaton services. Isn't that right, boys? And then you hear a chorus of, hello, hi there, hello, hello, as another 50 or so automatons, spinning wildly, whirring and clacking, swing into view.
Did you know that you can both support us and buy yourself some fabulous dice paraphernalia? Look no further, as we've teamed up with the Dice Dungeon UK. My own wife has a set of their Flaming Hands dice, and she had this to say about them.
I like some.
Check out their wares at thedicedungeon.co.uk and get a tasty discount using the code DRAGONWINGS.
So what's our numbers looking like now? Nothing sort of casts a head about. Does a quick sort of précis of the situation. How are we looking?
It's turning into a sort of standoff, guns pointed between several opposing groups. But you think still the Fire Knives, more or less, are equal to, maybe perhaps slightly outnumber.
The Fire Knives
are the Sun Guards with the Fire Knives? Are we thinking that? Because, or are they just on their own? They're just like, we've come into...
They're your enemy's your friend, in it. They're going to try and fuck us up. So, right, the Fire Knives are mercenaries, yeah.
Well, no, they belong to Jenny Bleth's family.
Fine.
That's
so
how
they
they hold the
belong.
region.
That doesn't imply necessary loyalty. How frightened do they look?
They're starting to look increasingly frightened. Right. You think this is a group of bullies?
I think we've got the upper hand here, lads.
You feel like they're about to become the
very
bullies.
quietly.
Jenny Bleth says, any more of you peasants to reveal themselves? And Miss Millie says, well, the architect of this gathering should make themselves known. And the entire 1,000 or so people now in the area, or shy of, startle all at once with the unmistakable sharp, high-pitched blaring of a set of bagpipes. And you spot Merrick Tanan.
What the fuck?
Marching into the clearing, playing his bagpipes, leading Osgaren. You recognise the regulars of Alice's Rest. You see Trigger, you see Slashy, you see Big Kev, Pasty Stewson, Lone Tooth, Calibra the elf, he's not really an elf, he's just pretty, Little Sick, and Hooter. And they're all holding improvised weapons. Big Kev is holding a bar stool.
Yes.
Kev! Hoots! Oh my word, what a pleasant surprise!
You just hear a chorus of like, alright son, how's it going, mate? Yeah. Long time no see, alright, it's going, alright.
Cassius looks at this and he sees the smile spread across Oscaren's face, and he puts his hand on his shoulder and just says, see?
Oh, cool breeze on a summer's day. Oh!
I told you he'd never let you down. Fathers always stand by their sons. Or daughters. And at that, he looks at the locket again and just fixes his eyes on X, and with his arm enlarged, runs directly at him.
Merrick Tanan screams, righto, and nuts the nearest fire knife to him.
Yes!
Everybody roll in
May
it.
battle commence!
So, there are, nearest to you, all, as you can imagine, just erupts, explodes into... Everybody attacking at once. You see automatons spinning, flying wildly, Blatter being called, yeah! from behind them. Everybody, launching into it, throwing spells. It's absolute pandemonium. Nearest to you, you initially have 3 fire knives.
Yeah.
Who were closest to you. They were just in front of X and Lady Bleth. As well as Sister Shine Blessed and one of her Amanator retinue. The roar of battle is everywhere. The 3 fire knives, Sister Shine Blessed, and the Zealot of Amanator approach you. First up is going to be Sister Shine Blessed.
Oh, fuck.
And...
I am a shine blessed. I'm a shine blessed must believe.
Brother Guidance is near to her, and as she steps forward, accidentally in the craziness, slashes her for 4 damage.
Oh!
Accidentally.
Oh, blessed be. And he says, blessings be, sister. Apologies. Sorry. But she's going to take, right off the bat, 4 damage as she rushes forward. But she is coming straight for... Who is up front? Is Osgaren is
I guess
No, it's no.
I started running.
Yeah.
I started running.
Oh, Cassius. Cassius is up front with his engorged arm,
Yeah.
getting ever bigger, and she's going to try and hit you for 12 versus AC.
It's a miss.
That's a
And
bloody miss.
Cassius, as he's running and he deflects the blow, notices that his skin's getting a bit more grayer and crispier as he runs into this battle.
The sword, like,
Crispier.
sloughed off some crisp, or like bounced off the crisp, or
It bounced off, it seems.
It bounces off. The next is nothing.
So I've got Shine Bless this way, the 3 Fire Knives this way.
Yes, and the Zealot of the Manator coming up behind. Sister Shine Blessed as well.
Fine. I'm gonna try and make light work of the Fire Knives.
Nice. Oh, before you do, actually, so with all of the crazy battle going around, I would normally roll for effects, but I'll have you guys do this. Just roll a d8 for me. I'll tell you now, evens are good, odds are bad.
Okay.
I did the bad one. Osgarian did a bad one.
Wait,
I
no,
did a good
not
one.
you, no, on your turn. So
Oh,
nothing.
on the turn.
Okay.
I did a good one.
You did a good one?
I did a 4.
You did a 4. You all you suppress a smile as Meritanon skips by with an alley-oop and is going to hit Sister Shinebless with
Yes.
his bagpipes.
Yes. All right, lads.
You can roll the damage, just a d12.
A D12.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 1.
It's a 1.
Bagpipes, to be fair, are not the most fearsome weapon.
That's why she takes it. She's just been slashed on one side, hit with the bagpipes in the other. This is mid-engagement while he's
Yeah.
engaged. He's got like 3 other fire knives just, coming
Yeah.
at him, but he's holding them off. So go for it, nothing.
Fine. So I stick my head out the back of the cart.
Yep.
I see that's going on. I'm like, brilliant. I draw Whisper Cleaver of Silence from my back.
Nice.
I take aim with one eye closed at the fire knife, and it is a 19 to hit.
19 is a hit.
Fine. So, with the beautiful boing, the
Twang.
the bolt cleaves through the side of his neck for 6 damage.
Nice. Anything else?
Yeah, I disengage from that little party and
Yeah.
push myself to the side.
How far back?
The wagon.
How far back can you get to the wagon? You would have used
How much
pretty
have you
much all your
moved?
movements
Yeah,
there, I think.
fine.
Little, but disengaged.
Disengaged.
More than 5 feet away, that's
Fine.
fine. One of the Fire Knight's companions is going to step forwards and try and slash you.
I'm
Nothing
gonna
forward.
before you say that. I'm gonna just shout him. Ooh, and he.
You hear a "Woo" from the regulars.
Yeah.
It's now dotted around
Hasty
everywhere.
Susan is like, he's a fucking legend, that boy.
Yeah. Subtract 3 from
has
the
the
attack
accent
roll.
come back to like Oscar?
That was just a swelling of pride
Yeah.
for Cormier. Yeah. Can you subtract using those cutting words?
Yep.
Can you subtract 3 from his attack roll?
Yes, in that
Love
case
that.
it's 19 versus AC there, nothing.
Ooh, that is a hit. That's a hit.
That's a hit, alright.
Turns around. I'm actually quite good. Thank you for asking.
That's going to be 6 points of damage as a longsword slams into your side.
I cling to the area and look at him angrily.
You can see the third one is also rounding on you, just so you know. But next up
I
is...
look at him angrily,
Yep.
clinging my side, and fear and anger and rage burn within me, and I go, "Ah!" and just hellish rebuke, fire just comes out of my hands. I've never seen it before. I've never done it before. I don't know what's happening.
IRL.
She goes, yeah, IRL for sure.
Is that a reaction, Hellish Rebuke?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Nice. Very nice.
It's 1d10, I do believe.
Yep.
See, look, I sort of do know what I mean.
Fucking nice. Yeah. Go for it.
What did I?
They have to roll a dex save.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that not a save?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dex. Okay. It's going to be...
I'm gonna hold up. Oh no, I can do it once 10. No, don't worry.
Cool. Have a little think, yeah?
I'm excited.
It's a Dex save of 9.
Of 9.
9.
What is my?
That's
Because I'm
fair.
not usually a spelly.
That's normally like a starting
God.
spell is normally like 12, right?
It's your.
It's your
I do know this.
spellcasting
Your,
modifier.
yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
about
plus
that
your
because I don't
Say
have any
rogue's
spells.
spellcasting modifier.
But,
The ability, so if you're arcane
spell
trickster,
casting
charisma is the
modifier.
ability.
I did what's that? My character is
Pretty tiefling-y.
Or wisdom.
Charisma seems
wisdom
tiefling-y.
plus 3.
My spell save is 13 at the moment, so maybe yours will be.
So my wisdom is
Nice.
15
Is it?
because I'm wise.
Is it?
Wise AF.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
I'm not very clever, but I'm wise.
15's fucking nice.
What's the spell save DC?
It says your spell save
Wisdom
DC,
plus 3.
so it is definitely wisdom for rogue, not intelligence, is it?
I just just googled it. That's what it said. Let me have a
An
look.
arcane trickster would be intelligence, but
Fine.
it's probably wisdom though. Isn't
I
it?
just looked at the thing when I typed
We'll go with 15.
spell save for rogue, and you know when Google guesses the web page that you want, and it just comes up.
15 is fine. 15 is
Fine.
fine. They lose anyway. They fail.
Fine. So that was a. What did I just roll? Where was it?
No, that one.
It's a 4. 4 points.
Oh,
of
fine.
fiery damage.
Fucking nice. Ah! The man screams as flames erupt around him.
And I look at my hands like someone from X-Men who has just accidentally murdered their mum when they didn't get the macaroni cheese they wanted from the shop. And I
Lovely.
smile.
He is going
The
to.
power!
No sooner than he hits you and bursts into flames, he's going to drop his sword.
Yes.
And he scrambles around the floor for it. But next is Jacob.
I look over at Nothing and go, Nothing, that was amazing! And then I look out in front of me and see this enormous melee breaking out and just take my hammer and slam it into the back of my shield. Oh! And
Does it make you feel like you're back in the arena?
you see, yeah, a bit, exactly. You see this orange light blast across my shield and up and over me. I cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Nice.
And then
Wow.
I, hopefully as a free action, just sheathe my hammer and go, later girl, and get a nugget from the pouch,
Getting
down it, just stretch my arm out, wait, and hopefully my arm, does my arm grow on this turn? Is it
Yeah, it just
instantaneous?
grows.
Yeah.
It grows during the turn.
Alright, who's 30 feet away from me?
Everyone. Everyone. You've got 3 fire knives, all of them are rounding on Nothing, and you've got Sister Shine Blessed and her zealot mate.
I'll go for, I think it's only fair to go for Sister Shine Blessed and her zealot mate as my sort of religious rivals. So yeah,
Great.
go for them. So I just roll to hit one of them. How's
It's just one.
Yeah,
It's still
okay,
a single
cool.
target attack, but you've got a range now of 30 feet, I think.
okay? All right, yeah, 30 feet. Yeah, right. So, crit.
No!
Presumably you're going for Sister Shine Blessed.
Yeah, I was going for.
Oh yeah, the wings. Yeah.
For the first time in a while, you hear the wings pop off of placards. There are 2 steaming in the satchel.
So
Perfectly
that's
cooked.
6d12.
Yes.
Cool. I think I'll do that on here.
60-12. I think I'll do that on my dice roller. That's too much
Yeah.
for my real life dice.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that
My
takes too
tiny
long.
human brain.
So that is 39 points of damage. Oh no, it is 39. 45 points of damage.
The last thing Sister Shine Blessed says is, I can no longer see the sun. And then just explodes in this just ball
Gore.
of blood and gore
Yes.
as you splatter her against the ground.
I forgive you.
She did not hear. Anything else there, Jacob? Oh, one thing I've got to get. Go on, you finish your round first.
I'll start moving forward and running up behind Cassius. Getting
Nice.
as close up to the front as possible.
Roll a
Yes.
d8 for me there.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
So, okay, all right. 8.
8. You see the remaining zealot, who's wide-eyed now that Sister Shine Blessed has just exploded. You think, according to her like sort of finery and garb, she's kind of high-ranking in the Sun Guard. A dagger flings into the back of his head from somewhere in the melee, and he kind of topples forwards.
His eyes just widen
Yeah,
and then he collapses.
but he's not dead.
Oh.
He's got a dagger in the back of his head, just still walking around.
None of
They
you.
make
will-
them different in Favoring.
None of you will know this, but he is no longer able to ride a bike.
Is he slurring?
Yeah.
He hasn't said anything, but you could put it to the test.
Bit of ataxia.
Yes.
It's a
Nice.
medical reference for you.
That is all that's going to happen there. So you're just making your way forwards.
Yep. Running up behind.
Right. Still with your massive arm.
Yeah.
Next then is the other fire knife who's rounding on you for nothing.
Fuck you.
She
Just seen
is,
your mate burst into flames, so watch yourself.
she is going to try and slash at you with an overhead blow from longsword. It's 4 versus AC.
I bat it away with my hand like a fly.
No, it's a hit. No. Bang! It just clangs to the ground. Damn you! Says the fire knife.
And I say, fancy trying that again?
Next is
Is that
Cassius.
what you say to the whole cavern?
Yeah. fancy trying that again, do you? As I look at my flaming hands.
Screaming over the tumult. It is full-on, all-out war.
Yeah.
You can already see, in the few seconds that the battle, has been going for, you can already see people falling left, right, and centre. Next, though, is Cassius.
Tunnel vision for X.
Yep.
Cassius is just running towards him.
Yep.
Who's in his way? Does he have a clear line, or is someone standing in front of him that is deck?
The Fire Knives who were blocking him are no longer blocking him. He is utterly engaged with a combination of orcs and some of the Holy Guard from the Temple City of Mother Club.
And that's X, right?
That's X.
Right.
And he is fighting all of them single-handedly.
So, using his big old arm, he's gonna try and clobber X from 30 feet away.
Great. Take advantage on that there, fella, as well. He is not expecting this.
Does it...
17 to hit.
He's some distance away as well. So 60 feet away, so you'd have to move all
Yep.
the way sort of out of the group towards it. But yeah, you can make it if you've got the big arm.
17 to hit.
Is a hit.
Big.
Big, huge.
Does the damage stack with multiple nuggets? Or just the size of the arm?
Have you tried this?
Yeah, we doubled it. We doubled down.
Basically, yes. As far as you're aware.
So Cassius is just gonna hit with a single nug, engorged arm.
The power of a
Engorged.
Nice dog.
For a 15.
Damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Points of actually 14 because I've got -1 strength.
Oh.
So 14.
But nice. He is simply lifted off his feet as your massive engorged hand just slams into him. Ah! His eyes widen as he notices you. For the first time, you think you see fear.
Yes!
And I just mutter under my breath, Corin, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Hold on, baby.
Nice. Anything else, Cassius?
Just... No, that's it.
Roll a d8 for me there. Let's do this at the beginning.
Missed the
3.
dice tray.
Missed the dice tray. 3.
It's a bad one.
It's a bad one.
From out of nowhere, seemingly, Jacob, you feel a sword cleave into your back.
Ow.
And brother guidance seethes, whispers, what am I trying to say? Hisses into your ear. Unholy!
And then, hold on. Oh no, I can't do it on this turn.
Tell you what, Tom, have a little thing the next time you're about to do that. And try and work out before you say it. You got this though. 4 versus AC.
Spring! Yeah, it comes off my plate.
Clunk! Oh dear, he says.
I wind up.
He turns around and returns to his fight. Just from out of nowhere.
Why I'm gonna...
Next then is... the Zealot of a Manator who has a dagger sticking out of the back of their head. They stumble forwards and still manage to launch an attack on you, Osgerin. Because you're just openly laughing at him. So he just follows the sound. As you, and is going to try and attack you double-handed with a longsword for 16 versus AC.
It's a hit.
Is
it a hit? That's definitely a hit.
Yeah. It's going to be 7 points of slashing damage.
Oh.
Oh, that's a lot, isn't it? That's unnecessary. It's really unnecessary.
He stutters. There's something in my head. There's something in my head. There you go.
Mummy?
Next is going to be the third Fire Knife, who also is going to round on you nothing and try and attack you, but it's a crit miss. So it's just a swing and a miss.
And
Swing and a miss. Yes!
pop, go to the wings.
Wings
Another
pop
wing,
off.
baby.
Pluckers, there are now 4 wings on Pluckers. But you know what? The swing is going to go so wildly, it hits one of their adjacent Fire Knives just for 2 points of slashing damage.
Lovely.
The one who dropped his sword, who then falls over because of it.
I openly laugh.
FYI, if you can get wings, they're pumped right now.
Yeah.
So just to recap the wings. +2 to hit and damage, melee. Quad damage to undead. They make you glow. They give you 2 hit points when you eat them.
Yep.
They give you +10 to your strength and strength ability checks.
So that's...
They make you able to jump 100 feet, and in this melee, once per long rest, you can halt incoming damage.
So if you plopped a... So if I'm I've got my nug arm, right?
You want to stack?
And then I'm eating my wing. What's that plus 10 strength to that nug arm?
You don't know?
It's that plus.
So
it's plus to hit. No, it's not. I
Plus
don't
2
know.
to hit. Plus 2 to hit and to damage.
You will just have to try that hypothetical if it comes up. But for the time being, you would have to get the wing, and then the idea is you sort of dip it into your pouch, which you've got at your side.
Yeah.
Is how that would work.
Nice.
Nice. But that's a miss from the fire knife. Next is Oscarin.
Having seen Cassius go for X, and X is what, like 50 feet away.
Yes.
Thereabouts, yeah.
He is from you.
I'm gonna Oscarin nugs, then double nugs for a 60-foot arm.
There's a Looney
Wait,
Tune noise.
can you double nug in a go? Is that a free action?
No, it's a bonus action, I think.
Per nug.
Per nug.
Per nug.
No, let's just say it's a free action.
Yeah!
Yeah!
You're my favourite DM.
CM ever!
Let's just say it's a free action.
Make him regret that with your 7 nugs.
You got him.
I'm gonna double nug, and just as it grows, continue trying to smack X
Great.
about the place.
Go for it.
Get clapped.
Take out that wizard, then the rest will fall.
So where's my? There we are. 21 to hit.
Is a hit.
Sweet. It's just 60-12, which is exciting.
Good save. Your
45 points of damage.
concentration there was so high that.
Yeah.
So high.
45 points of bludgeoning damage.
To the Wizard X. He's already prone from being knocked off his feet before.
Yeah.
And this time, when you slam him into the ground, you lift up the fist. Can't see him anymore. He's in the ground.
Nice.
Though still alive.
You've buried him alive with your gigantic arm.
Time to mould earth over him.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
Jenny Bleth is also kind of throwing spells and like her gems like lighting up
Yeah.
and she's flinging things. She
Yeah.
looks over her shoulder and she says, Exy Wexy, no!
Yes, bitch.
Nice.
Son, how could you?
Oh, I'm a bit ham-fisted. I don't know. Like,
I'm my father's son.
oh, my father's son. That's my boy.
You
Get
hear in the
fucked,
distance.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's also the third one you said this session.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I've heard you say it 3 times.
Oh, no.
Whoa,
down.
that, you know the punishment.
What?
You're gonna
take
Lose
hit
hit
points.
points.
Lose a hit point.
For each time.
So
Two
that's
hit
minus
points.
But I think,
hit
didn't we
points.
upgrade it to like a D6 or something?
Alright, it's up to your DM.
Wait, we stayed at hit points. You tried to suggest exponential hit points, but I've got a
Yes.
potty mouth, so I said, please, can we not?
It's fine. You take
Okay.
2 hit points because you said it 3 times now, yeah.
Our GM is so badass.
Anything else, Oscarin?
It was a bonus action to nug, wasn't it?
Free action.
Free action. In that case, I am going to just squirt a little bit of healing onto myself.
Nice.
That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to heal myself for... Oh, excuse me. 8 points. 8 hit points.
Nice.
Which is handy.
You do it. Anything else?
That's all.
It's Alina's go.
Oh, lovely. All right.
Eleanor.
She is
Eleanor?
Eleanor.
Okay,
Yeah,
Eleanor.
yeah, Eleanor.
I like
She-
Alina though.
No, it is Eleanor though. Is she in the wagon or near the wagon? Yes,
She's
she
next
is.
to you wherever you are.
Oh, cool. So she's run up with me. All right, fine. Then she goes for the nearest fire knife near us.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, cool. Swings at him for. Should she have a modifier on her attack? Probably like +4.
I love that. Yeah, probably plus like 14.
I would say +4 is reasonable, yeah, let's do that.
All right, 23 to hit.
It is a hit. Which one are you going for? There's one who's dropped their
Okay.
sword.
She's a bright young woman. Yeah, she'd go for the most vulnerable target. Yeah, she'd probably go for that guy.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Okay. D8 damage.
Yeah, call it like D8 +2.
Okay.
Makes sense.
6 points damage.
Very nice. Anything else from Eleanor?
No, she just stays at my side.
Perfect. Next then is Hibu.
So
Currently
Hibu-
diving towards
Currently
Jenny
diving.
Black.
Since now that he sees X on the ground.
In the ground.
Buried in the ground, on prone. I tell him to update his target
Again.
Calibrating.
and to go for Corin, and he swoops in to try and get the locket.
Great. I'm going to make this a contested sleight of hand check between the owl and the wizard.
Does the wizard get disadvantage?
But flyby, no opportunity attacks. That's the owl's like signature move.
Fine, Hibby grabs it.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah.
Hibby grabs it
Get her out of the negative zone.
and swoops back up.
And now Hibby's just heading towards like me.
Yes.
Okay, good.
You can see the image of your daughter getting
Dada.
larger. But she is frozen.
Yeah.
Anything else for Hibby?
That's it. Taking evasive action because there's arrows and he's not
What pattern?
Yeah, defensive pattern. Omega.
defensive pattern beta.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, off the
And maybe if
unorthodox.
If he senses danger, Picard maneuver. Just the using that he uses the start
We are mixing cannons.
That actually only works with slower than light sensors, like in a Ferengi vessel.
Like in a
This is all
middle-aged,
true.
high fantasy setting.
Yeah.
So the perfect place for
Cassius goes, give me manual control, grabs his clock.
Had a thought like this. Yeah, that was another episode in Around the Foot.
Okay, that was one round, which took like 20 minutes.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Let's bust through it. Now, we're back up to the top, which is... Sister Shinebless is dead. She exploded, so next is
one.
nothing.
She pizza.
Okay, I, despite being drunk on power of just burning that man,
Yeah.
I've realised I've left the chicken completely undefended. So she
Yes.
runs back, leaps into the back of the... I keep wanting to call it a van.
Wagon.
Back of the van.
Back into the transit.
There's a mattress on the, on the bottom of it. Yeah.
I ruffle her feathers. I turn back and I just set my sights on the nearest person and I just draw my crossbow.
Okay, so you've disengaged from those three fire knives. Yeah, who are going to attack you. So the nearest to you, I mean, it's your choice. It's either the remaining surviving zealot of a Manasaur or the fire knives that you were engaged with.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, go for the zealot.
Nice.
So I'm gonna. Oh, got so excited and then I rolled a 4.
It's a miss.
It's a miss.
As you miss, you see where the shot went, and it leads your vision to see your father, Lord Marshall. Now that you know his name, you didn't before. Who is fencing handily with a couple of. He seems very able, very old, but very kind of like practiced,
done
elegant
this
style.
before.
It's absolutely done this before.
Yeah.
It's probably led armies.
The van.
I imagine. Yeah, probably led the guard.
The
I
Vanguard.
flickered
Vanguard.
to Jacob and wonder how much he'd mind if she killed him,
Yeah.
and then pops that to the back of her head.
And it's important to point out, you've no idea of this revelation by nothing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
recognise your parents, but shit, Jacob doesn't
Has
know.
nothing made the connection that Jacob's your brother?
I think so. From the. Oh no.
Has nothing realised that the Marshalls are her parents, but has not made the connection. that makes
It's more like, oh my god, they're my
very
mum and dad.
preoccupied.
Like that's. But then it's a side like thought, being like, oh, Jacob's my brother.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
30 years
like,
from now,
no one
you're
knows
just like,
the-
Oh fuck!
she just said something, yeah.
Yeah, I pop that thought to the back of my mind.
Yeah.
Push old chicken mate to the back of the wagon, and have a little nibble on a wing
Oh, lovely.
while I'm waiting.
And suddenly the wagon glows.
The wagon
Yeah.
glows. Get your effects. Roll a d8 for me though, nothing as well.
Oh, I didn't roll a d8.
Yeah, I keep
Yes, evens again. 4.
4. You hear another alley-oop as Meritanon just slaps the zealot of a Manasaur alongside the back of the head. But it is not going to connect. It just clips him, and the zealot turns around and goes, "What are you doing?
Can't win them all.
Sorry!" and jumps back off into the fray. Anything else than nothing?
No.
No. One of the fire knights, in fact the one who's now on his ass, drops his sword, gets back up again, picks up his sword, brushes himself off, and that's all he is going to do. when an automaton spins out of control into him,
Yes.
dicing him up for 2 points of damage. And he is going to fall over again.
Poor guy.
Not very battle hardened.
Banana skin music.
Yeah, poor bloody guy. The next is Jacob.
So in front of me, I've got various fire knives.
3 fire knives, 1 zealot of a Manasaur.
Right.
Big arm.
I'll go for the fire knife who's attacking Osgerin.
Yes.
And just shout, "Repent that you may be less awful!" and swing at him with my enormous fist for... Oh shit, that's maybe not going to do it. 16 versus AC?
Hits.
Yay. In which case, I do 12, 18, 24, 20, 30 points of damage.
All right, go on. What's it
Maths.
look like, Jacob?
Oh, it's an enormous, like 90-degree swinging arc straight down, popping him into the ground.
He looks like a, like when people like press flowers in a book, just like that. He looks like the guy in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, when he gets...
Yeah. I draw my fist
Spin
back and
rolls.
just go, I guess you're forgiven too.
He is dead.
And I look up and I see my parents.
Yeah.
And my mouth hangs open and I shout, "Mother!" And I go, "Father, what are you doing here?" As a free action, I guess.
Yes.
Have they seen you? I guess, Jacob, since you're
trying-
battle hardened in
No.
the arena, so like the scars and
The
like
tattoos
the
and all that
tats
stuff. No, they
and the
would-
little the hammer tattoo under your eye.
Not that I know of.
What did
as
you
far as
look?
I know.
Were you still ginger when you got home?
Yeah, so when I left, I was 17 years old and like a 17-year-old, young man, skinny, and
boy.
Yeah, sent off to go and join a holy order, which I didn't do. And since then I've obviously had this kind of terrible
tatted up,
storied career. Yeah, exactly. Got ripped, got tats.
Lovely.
Started pulping people.
Your mother, also fencing very readily, looks at you as if for the first time,
Maggie.
and she scowls and says, "What have you done to your face?" And kind of points to your tattoo.
I was going through a time. Look, it's probably not the time to explain, but it's really great to see you again.
Oh, we'll talk about this in a moment. And she stabs one of the Temple City guard through the neck.
Well done, Mum.
And
She's on the other side then.
Oh,
she's on the side of the chicken consortium.
Oh, my mum.
Oh, okay, so they're fighting with us.
Yeah.
No, well,
Yeah, Chicken Consortium.
there are different opposing sides, but
Jesus
the Chicken
Christ.
Consortium are not friends of Lady Bleth and Co.
Okay, well, make a rec on that. Not well done, Mum. Mum, stay safe. I'll be over in a minute.
Will do. And she kind of waves
Are they
her
like
hands.
back to back, mum and dad?
Oh, absolutely.
Nice.
Very well practiced.
Nice.
They're like shield
Classic move.
couple. Anything else, Jacob?
End of my turn.
Roll your D8.
Yeah, roll your D8.
It's a 4.
It's a good one.
Meriton skips past again. Alley-oop!
Green orange.
Slaps the fire knife again.
It's like a sort of Pokemon or something.
This time he hits. Oh, wait a minute. It's one of these, and but his eyes widen. He doesn't realise that it's going to decapitate the guy, but it does. The bagpipes take the guy's head off.
The fire knife was hurt
fire
by
knife.
Merrick's exuberance.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's some good Barden, Merrick. Next is going to be one of the other fire knives. Let's call him one of the surviving fire knives, who is actually going to try and break and run. Okay. He's going to start to run away. Next is Cassius. So you've got one fire knife still engaged.
Yep.
You've got the Zealot of a Manasaur.
So ignores both of those, and again still focuses tunnel vision on X and just
And Hibu flying towards
yeah,
you.
and Hibu flying towards
Yeah.
me, and just screams out to X, "What gives you the right to hold my daughter captive?" And he pops another nugget and he says, "Never." Like, and this is going against like Cassius's like beliefs as like the City Watch, like honor, truth, justice.
Lawman.
He's law. Like he's just sees red and he just wants to pummel X and basically end him. So he's going to pop another nugget and pummel him into the ground.
Great. Go for it. Get advantage on that as well, because he is prone.
18.
18 is good enough. It's a hit.
So 60 10s, right? Because it's double nugget.
Yes.
60-12.
60-12. And these are, like, they last for 5 minutes, right? So
The rest of it's
these
combat,
are
basically.
stacking. The ones that you already took, this is on top of that.
Do you want me to roll you 12d12 on the computer?
So how many nugs have you
No,
consumed?
it's only
Yeah.
How many nugs
have you
deep are you?
consumed?
1.
Oh, 3d12 then.
Total.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now the second nug, so it's
6. Yeah,
Six,
fine.
yeah.
60-12.
53 points of damage.
These nugs are down.
Okay.
Oh, -1.
Yeah, 52!
Oh, well then. All is sort of slow motion for a moment as you just overcome with the emotion of the capture of your daughter. But how does he die, Cassius?
I can't believe I fucking killed him.
I say
I literally
for
can't
Corin,
fucking kill him.
and then I look back and see nothing firing out of the wagon. I say, I am knowing her pain and just squish him into the ground.
There's a shockwave. And the light snuffs out, and suddenly everything is an awful lot darker as the staff snaps as well under the attack.
Nice. Got dark vision, son.
Yeah.
Haven't we all got? Jacob
Yeah.
hasn't.
Well, I've got devil's sight, so I can see perfectly.
Yeah.
Anything else, Cassius?
Just keeping an eye on Hibu and his flight trajectory, and
Nice.
just making sure that everything is all good up
So
there.
we're now like in perfect darkness. What we dim light? What
Low
are we
light.
looking at? Low light.
Low
okay.
light. There are a few torches scattered here and there from people
You can
carrying
just
them.
hear the sound of combat around you.
Exactly.
Screams, shouts.
It's nightmarish. All
sounds
around,
awful.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
at least sort of 10 deep in all directions from where you are.
What's just a quick update on
I'm glowing, so-
Zippy, the crystal lizard that's scuttling around? Is he still like scuttling around?
Oh, Zippy's just in you. in your clothing.
in my
Yeah,
jacket, just
sculling
scuttling around me. Cool. That's
roll,
it.
Roll a d8 there, Cassius.
T8, sorry. 4.
Eric is on one.
You see a...
About my fighting water.
You see a bard cartwheel before. You see it now as Meriton Arm bounces in and he goes, it's like old Thompson, it's son! And he just slams his
I'll
bagpipes.
call this one the wagon wheel.
Yeah, he slams his bagpipes into the fire knife who's trying to escape and just clock. But it's a miss! The guy ducks and keeps on running. Snaps his fingers as he gets tackled from the side by another fire knife out of this combat. They just roll back into the fray. Next is the Zealot of a Manitor, who's still wide-eyed looking at the space where Sister Shinebless used to be. Now just this like fine red mist in the air. Just going to make an absolute beeline for you, Jacob. And is going to swing the longsword for 10 versus AC.
That's a miss.
You just block it readily. They look afraid. Without faith. The fire knife who's still engaged is going to rush again at you, nothing.
Into the van.
Yes, going to jump into the back of the wagon, just seething, this like berserk rage overcoming them. 17 versus AC.
It's a hit.
It's a hit. It's going to be for 10 points of slashing damage.
That's a big one.
That's a big one.
Clunk, and the fire knife says, Lady Bless going to reward me well for this.
And I say, see about that.
Next then is Osgaren. Let's do your D8 now at the beginning.
Okay,
while I
at the
remember.
beginning. It was a bad one.
What is it?
5.
5. You are almost launched from your feet as an automaton spins into you, cleaving some sharp spindly bits into your side. Which is going to hit for.
I'm going to
8.
hold. Oh, no, too late, don't worry.
Remember what we said? A little thing.
It's a new turn now, so I can do it again.
8
But
points.
it's got to be before you say it. Yeah,
Okay,
right.
8
fine.
points. Go on, you can do it. What did you want to do?
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
8
yeah.
points. Piercing
Fine.
damage. And then it spins off. Ahoy, ahoy, ahoy! off into the fray.
Where is Lady Jennifer Blath?
She is completely distracted, engaged with a couple of orcs, a couple of temple guards.
But with she's in the vicinity of the dead X, right?
Yes.
Right. They fought side by side.
Exactly. Like within sort of 10 feet of one another. So about sort of 50, 60 feet away.
Well, Jenny, turns out I'm quite a clingy child. And I try and grab her with my 60-foot hand.
Jesus. Okay, great. What are you trying to do here? Pick her up exactly? Or just
I
attack
guess
her?
I want to just totally, because I've got a giant fucking hand, I want to encompass her and just like pick her up. So I get, it's basically a grapple?
It's a grapple.
It's a grapple. Do I get,
So this is a
do I
movie?
get some sort of recognition of the fact that I have a 60-foot massively engorged
Well,
hand?
here's my question for you. Well, you get the strength bonus. Here's my question for you. Is this a movie or is this an attacky?
What is it? I think it's an immobilizey. We need to have words. Wordsy.
It's a grapple. So it's going to be a contested strength check, you versus her, but you get all the pluses.
I was going to say, I think she'll struggle to.
I think, how many nugs have you had there?
Only 2.
Square. So that's plus 20, isn't it? Your strength?
Yeah.
There's no, the wings give you plus 10 to strength.
Ah, okay.
The nugs do not.
Nugs
they
do
give
not.
you plus 2 to strength checks.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got a plus 4. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I wanted to double check what this would look like.
I think give it a go. I like.
And, you know,
the image.
I've set the course. It'd be silly
If that's
to
what a
dilly.
Scaran feels.
It'd be silly to dilly dally now.
You searched, and you
That's what I found.
searched your character soul, and that's what you found.
That's what I found. Come here, mother. Right, so we're opposed grapple, and I get a plus 3 because I've got a -1 naturally.
Great.
Yeah.
She rolls quite well.
Cool. Okay. And while I do that, I'm going to. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Yeah. As I give the little like, oh, I'm being a clingy son. Can she subtract 4 from her roll?
All right, she's going to roll 14.
Fucking fuck!
Oh, I thought you had a good roll.
I rolled 13.
She got -1 as well. That's what I said. 14, she rolled 19.
Cool. Nothing happens then.
All right, it's a swing and a miss.
Great. Okay.
She
I'm
doesn't
done.
even notice.
Just.
You come up short. Nothing else?
Nothing else.
Eleanor.
She rolls. She attacks the nearest fire knife.
Yes. There's one fire knife, there's one fleeing, there's one engaged, and there's the zealot.
7 to hit.
It's a miss.
It's a miss. Does she roll the d8?
Yeah, let's say she does. Go on, roll a d8.
Okay. 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
Another 4!
Another 4!
The chances of this!
Yeah.
Married Tanan again does this time a double backflip into the fray and just alley-oop and slams his bagpipes down onto the zealot of a Manasaur. Some not good rolls from him though. It's going to be a miss.
He's just
slams the
drunk
ground.
He's just drunk.
He's drunk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pissed.
He's not even in this combat, but he keeps popping in over and over again. 1 in 8 chance times 4. Next then would have been X, but he has passed away. So it is Hibu.
Hibu just flies into me. Well, not into me, but like flies to me,
Pierces
and then drops the locket into my hands, and I just, for the first time, see the frozen figure of my daughter. And I was just whispering, "I'll get you out someday." And I put it into my Baldur's Gate PD Watchman's jacket, and then Hibu just circles me, and I look towards Lady Bleth. She's like 60 feet away now.
Yes.
But
you ran forwards, didn't you? So she's about 30 feet from you.
AKA in range of a giant hand.
Yeah. But all I'm looking for, I didn't care about like Oscarin's mum or that he needs to have a talk with her.
Brutal.
I know, brutal. But like, where's that bottle? That like milky bottle? Is it? She still got it in hand?
Daggages.
It is hanging from her waist.
Okay. Giant hand to grab the bottle.
Trying to grab it
Is it
between
like-
2 fingers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Yep.
With advantage.
Sleight of hand, surely with disadvantage if your hand is 30
But
30 feet.
with advantage
Well,
because she's
it either
distracted.
makes you really good at just being like, that's mine now,
Yeah.
or it's quite obvious that it's happening.
You pick up the area.
Yeah.
No, it's just going to be sleight of hand, even though Hannah is trying to get you some sort of disadvantage.
I'm going to use a luck point
Okay.
to reroll
Nice.
I had to use it. It's less, which sucks. 9
It's a miss.
with 13 and past.
Just
Well,
massive
you'll
hands
never know.
swinging past Jenny.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know what she's dodging, but no, that is a miss.
And the D8 is a 7.
Oh, it's a bad one. It's like she's playing the
Oh wait,
final.
we've played this wrong. That was Hibu, not you.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
What if you feed
Sorry.
an animal?
Rewind.
What if you feed an animal then, Nugget?
That can be your go though.
Oh, gross.
Don't know.
Fucking massive
No,
wings.
it's not my go.
No, you just took your go. You did it.
right.
We're not going to retcon all of that. You can just have taken your go there. So
That's
we're
fine.
actually back up to nothing.
And do you want me to do the 7?
Yeah, sorry, go on, roll your d8.
7.
Oh, it is 7. You. Okay, this is what happens.
Okay.
As with that swing and the miss, as your hand retracts, it just slams into the ground around you, and the ground gives way, and all of you fall.
I try and grab onto an edge
You can
with my
all,
60-foot fucking hand.
You can all do dexterity saving
Can I have
throws.
advantage because I've got tail?
No,
It's worth a try, isn't it?
it is not worth the try yet. But
It's worth-
dexterity
it's worth
saving
the throw,
throws
it's worth
for
the throw.
everybody,
Yeah.
including Eleanor.
All right.
Ooh.
Hibu
Not like-
doesn't need to do it.
I'm going to use another luck point.
All right.
15.
21.
21, 15.
For dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
16.
9 for me and 15 for Eleanor.
Okay.
Hibu doesn't need it because he's fucking flying.
Look at these mugs!
All of you manage to grab onto the side, and then you realise that Jacob isn't there.
Oh,
Jacob, you start falling and you keep falling.
shit.
Yeah, your bum hits a kind of chute, and you're
Oh no!
sliding.
Thank you for listening. You can follow us over at the social medias at DragonWingsPod, and feel free, if you are so inclined, to leave us a cheeky 5-star rating and review on your podcast platform of choice. See you next time.